What I was wanting to do is I wanted to buy a house. Me and my wife are looking to get a house. Well, I need a better credit score so that way I can get a better loan. Everybody knows about credit, hey, you need a high score to get a good loan, but I really didn't know how high of a score I needed to get the loan that I wanted, to get the house that I wanted. I didn't think it was that bad, but really, I didn't know credit was such a huge deal. So when they told me, hey, we kind of raise that credit score for you so that way we can get that loan that you wanted. And I was like, that's when it hit me, and I was kind of shocked. I was like, oh, really? So I was like, oh man. Then I looked back to my past. I was like, oh, was I really that bad with my credit? That I not make payments. And then you have to make your payments on all your bills and everything you got. Usually one missed payment can really set you back. You really need on your P's and Q's about your bills, and especially when I was going in through my mortgage, he said once you get your mortgage, it's real important you need to make your payments. He said just keep track of your payments, keep track of your money, your finances. It was more like, to me, it was all around like a financial specialist where it was helping me out with the credit. He was just real knowledgeable. He just helped me out just a broad aspect of this is what you need to do in order to keep your credit score up, which really helped me out. When you're young, you're coming up, you miss a payment, you're like, okay, I missed a payment, I'll make it up tomorrow, or I'll make it up my next paycheck. It's really important you need to make your payments. That's why they look in what you do in the past is gonna show up in the future, and if you miss those simple payments, it's gonna hurt you in the future. And that's when he showed me all those payments when you first came in the military, and you were getting loans and you weren't making them. It hurt you now. And I was like, oh wow, I didn't know about that. There's so much about credit that people don't know. If you don't talk to somebody that's knowledgeable and knows about credit, then you will never know the true meaning of how the credit works. Credit's such an important, left and right, you hear everybody talking about credit. Credit's important, credit is important. Everybody knows credit's important, but not everybody knows how important credit really is to your score and what it can do to you. As simple as buying a house, just not having a high credit score, you're not gonna get the loan that you want to get that house. Say, for example, you find a house that you always wanted, but you don't have a high credit score to get the loan that you can get to get that house. So then it hits you like a brick wall, and you're like, oh man, I was never keeping track of my credit. Relieved's probably the biggest one. Knowing that my credit score was not as low, or my credit score was not where I wanted it to be, knowing it was a little bit below average of where I felt that it was, but I just feel so relieved now knowing that my credit score is where it should be now. And it just keeps getting higher, which is why I'm so grateful that CRB has helped me out. I would recommend CRB to anybody. Just the whole staff was just perfect for me. They just helped me out completely. They just helped me out tremendously. The only reason why I feel relieved is because of them, pretty much. I'm so happy because now I got my house that I wanted. I'm so happy. My family's happy. My daughter's happy. It's just everything's perfect. I couldn't ask for anything more from CRB. They did everything plus more.